Hello guys, welcome to the Indian Territorial Army course. This is Ray and we've got quite a few good presentations here with this which you could positively use and clear your exams and make it through as a terrier. So basically in the first presentation we have about 6 different topics. We start with the introduction, then we have a bit of history on the Territorial Army. We also talk about group headquarters and departments, and then we talk a bit about eligibility and how to apply, exam pattern, schedule, and finally we end with the training and promotion. So as you all know, the Indian Territorial Army is a part of the regular Indian Army, but only difference is that it's the second line of defense after the regular Indian Army. So basically, all gainfully employed citizens of India are eligible to join the Territorial Army, who then will have to undergo military training for a few days in a year. One thing to keep in mind here is that it's not a profession or an occupation. So basically, you have to be employed beforehand to apply for the Territorial Army. You can lie and apply, but the thing is, during your SSB and all the interviews, there are things that people will get to know, and it's not going to be that easy to continue with the lies and get it through. So it's better you get a job first, anything at all. It could be when farming and agriculture, so you can provide a certificate on self-employment, and there you go. You're eligible to apply for the Territorial Army. So basically, a Territorial Army will stay within the domestic area, which means that let's say there are emergencies like earthquakes or floods, then Territorial Army will jump in to aid the civilian population. Go on to the history part of the Territorial Army. So we can see that Territorial Army was established during the First World War. Basically, it was established to release regular troops from garrison. So it was formed by the British back in 1917, and it included both Europeans and Indians as well. But the modern Territorial Army was inaugurated by the first Indian Governor General of India, Sri C. Rajagopalachari, on 9th October 1949. The annual Prime Minister's Territorial Army Parade takes place on 9th October. It's always good to remember certain facts like this, because you'll be able to use them in your interviews, essays, and if you're fortunate enough, there may be multiple choice questions based on these facts as well. Also, the Indian Territorial Army was involved in major operations which was undertaken by the Indian Army. Like they participated in the 1962, 65, and 71 war. They were in Operation Pawan at Sri Lanka, Operation Rakshak at Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. They were also at Operation Rhino and Operation Bajrang in the northeast. There's one basic fact to remember here, that Indian Territorial Army is also referred to as terriers, the soldiers in the Indian Territorial Army, that is. Apart from that, there are departmental units which usually come to the aid of the civil authorities during industrial unrest and natural calamities. For example, we can take the example of earthquake in Latur in Maharashtra, Uttarakshi in Garhwal, and the super cyclone in Orissa. Coming to the group headquarters of the Territorial Army, there are totally 5 major TA group headquarters: Lucknow, Udhampur, Kolkata, Chandimandir, and Pune. And also there are different departmental units like the Railway Engineer Regiment, General Hospital, Marketing, Signal Regiment Telecom, Engineer Regiment Refineries and Pipelines, Engineering Regiment of ONGC, and most important of all, TA has a huge number of infantry battalions. Also, it's good to remember some of the honorary officers of the Indian Territorial Army who are pretty famous. There are Kapil Dev, who joined the Indian Territorial Army on 24th September 2008 and was commissioned as the Honorary Lieutenant Colonel. Then there is Mohan Lal, who joined the Territorial Army on the 9th July 2009, again as an Honorary Lieutenant Colonel. The Army announced his appointment in 2008 though. Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Abhinav Bindra have also been conferred the rank of honorary lieutenant colonel for their contribution in the field of cricket and shooting, respectively. There's a small quiz at the end of this lecture based on the slides that were discussed until now. I hope you guys are gonna go ahead and take the quiz right away.